As I rise at this late hour, we can't know, we can only hope that America is listening or that our colleagues are listening. But I do know that we should be listening to America. I am listening to Connecticut. And what I hear from Connecticut, the people of my state, as so many of my colleagues are hearing from their constituents and citizens, is they are losing trust in the greatest democracy in the history of the world. The greatest country in the history of the planet is losing the confidence and faith of its people. I'm hearing from people like Catherine Sturgis of New Canaan, Connecticut, who says undisclosed campaign money influences candidates, elections, and determines the role of the voter. In turn, the election process is corrupted. Only a few cannot be allowed to impact a system which is intended to represent us all. Lawrence Point of Fairfield tells me, and I'm listening, right now, foreign governments, oil tycoons, and Wall Street Bank can spread millions to buy our democracy, and the American public will never know. And I'm listening also to Garrett Timmons of Brooklyn, Connecticut, who says, I think campaign and election reform should go much further and include a constitutional amendment in light of Citizens United. But I know how unrealistic that is. At least this act, he's referring to the DISCLOSE Act of 2012, is a step in the right direction, and I hope a no-brainer for Congress. The people of this country are losing their representation in government to special interests and the funders of political campaigns. And to make matters worse, we don't even know who are stealing our election. I'm listening to those people who are watching. They are watching what's happening in this country, and they are losing faith because they feel Washington is failing to listen to them. And millions of other hardworking families who are struggling to put food on the table, stay in their homes, find jobs, and feel that the system is working for them and listening to them as much as it is the people who can afford to give to political campaigns, let alone who can afford to give tens of millions. If we listen to the people of America, and I am listening to the people of Connecticut, we will pass the DISCLOSE Act of 2012. Let the Senate listen to the people of Connecticut and America. Let them say, we respect what you are saying again and again and again, and we will act in a bipartisan way to protect our democracy. Americans want their choice of candidates to be an election, not an auction. At the very least, we should tell them and make possible for them to know who is doing the bidding in those auctions, who is doing the buying, and who is doing the selling. Nobody wants there to be an auction. But if contributions are not limited, the auction at the very least should be in the open so that the public can see who is buying, who is selling, who is bidding. That view of American democracy may not be a very elevating one, but we deal with practical reality here. And as we speak, tens of millions of America are watching what we will do, maybe not tonight, perhaps not at this hour, But at the end of the day, at the end of this debate, they will hold the United States Senate accountable for what it does or what it fails to do, and I urge my colleagues to reconsider and approve the DISCLOSE Act of 2012.